it is brunch bonanza over here at Reactions, Rants, and Rabbit Holes today. Raegan Holyfield, I appreciate you so much. First and foremost, I laughed my ass off at your question. I was like, that's funny. Then, secondly, I'm like, well, maybe it's a little jab because I share off the tip useless information for everyone. Why don't I make it of value? And then, wow, a complicated question. But because I'm kind of this person, what I did is I bing, because that's what my computer came with, and I figure it follows me as much as Google does, and Google's on my phone. This is here. I was just playing. As you see there, that's how I would answer your question. I missed out on the crypto revolution and went with physical stacking instead, off site, of course. And I just missed out on the whole gig. I played the market for a while, proved I think I understood you betting on evil and some other stuff, and it worked out fairly well. Point being, I didn't get in. I didn't know what your OKX wallet was, but I realized that your question really isn't that complicated. That in today's day and age, unless you are setting me up for complete failure, it turns out the Redditors have got you covered. Now, I don't go over there. I like what they do on 4chan, I guess, instead. I'm kidding. I don't use either site. There's no track record of me doing that. Point is, that is how I would go about answering that question. Asking a person on my music reaction, I don't know. I don't think I've ever talked about Bitcoin once. And with the amount of Bitcoin bros and grifty McGrifters out there working that whole thing, they've got that shit covered. They don't really need me in the game at all. Raegan, I'm not actually hearting anything right now because I want to get this made so I can add a link for you. So thank you. But anybody who wants an answer to that question, I'd start by doing a competence search and let people who know what the hell's being talked about talk about it. So, thank you. Now, we can get some goosebumps for Dan. Now, our Eric, that House of the Rising Sun was exceptional. Now, I put up another one just a bit ago. This'll come out Tuesday morning right here. Uh, um, oh man, yeah. I really wanted the new Eric and Dan to get a rolling. But I just did some of that today because a couple people were like, "Well, you don't know who Eric is. You don't." I have no idea where I said any of that in the reaction. So sometimes I'm amazed by the takeaway. I understand I'm an idiot. Cool. You can remind me of it all the time. Thank you. Your engagement is valuable. But at the same time, I'm positive I didn't disrespect Eric. I certainly never implied that I didn't know House of the Rising Sun. I probably don't use enough periods, commas, and pauses, however you want to interpret that. I'm positive I said it was on my short list of karaoke tracks. That is one of the few songs I can still sing to this day. Yep, never heard of it, even though I sing it on karaoke. Sometimes we got to get out of this place, but it just doesn't happen. So we're stuck in it. So we're going to deal with the ramifications of doing a reaction to something too many people liked, I guess. There's the problem. You get enough people who enjoy something, and then they get mad with your interpretation of it, even though I'm positive. I have always liked this song, but I could never imagine it being this powerful and emotional. I, bam! Uh, I'm saying. And then the 60s best decade for music. I think it was a very good decade for music. At the same time, this channel acknowledges the subjective nature of art, and it turns out that I just each to their own. Uh, if we're not willing to acknowledge generational differences, um, because we could say whatever we want about our uh, generational love of the music that we were influenced by. But at 55, I'm not going over to a 16-year-old and getting them to pick up my playlist. It's naive. If it could possibly happen, it's that rare exception to the rule and you just go with it. But you're not gonna, you have no idea what makes them like what they like. That's why you don't like it. And all power to all of us who can enjoy things from cross genres. Because remember, music is definitely one of those areas where people get real different. Case in point, people passing out in the front row over a pop star. I'm just saying, you've been exhibiting that behavior since Elvis shook his hips. And the Beatles got off the plane. I mean, come on. Let's just say it's subjective is the nicest way to put the whole subject. Um, yeah, okay, so over on Epica, that's I actually saw in the definition the arcana is it's one of the major suits of or one of the suits or whatever of the tarot deck. Very possibly could be the inspiration. The the root word, the secret mystery, the arcane. The tarot works in the same way. These are not legitimized as it is by New Age hippies. They're all part of the secret society, you know, mystery school toolkit. You know, like plant spirit worship. I'm not saying it didn't exist or doesn't exist to this day with modern day witches and their lesbian covens and stuff like that. I'm not saying that. All good. All good. But it's all covered by the arcane knowledge, that whole, it's all, that's all I meant. I wasn't actually thinking I knew. I just chose the major definition because I looked up the spelling. So I don't use that spelling, um, and it could be like I said. It did have the tarot listed as well. Um, now I thought the video was great. It was fun. Let's see. Translate. Really? Are you? Is that? I don't know if that's Hmm. I was just making sure I didn't. Yeah, that the production values in the Epica video were fantastic. Let's see. We'll wait. Uh, well, yeah, it's not that I can't express it. I mean, it sounded great, but from a, I don't. The soul of Spain vibrates in it. Now, I did learn that's what the Goeras. I'm sure I'm butchering that. Means is it's a style of language or singing guitar, Spain. Yeah, I learned that, but I mean, I don't. It's not my thing. I think it's very so I technically like the scales, the runs, the parts of it that transfer to, let's say, heavy metal. Can I appreciate it for what it is? Hell yes. But I mean, in the end, do I know how to go? This moves me like I want to dance, whatever. No, not really. No, that's what. That's what. Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know. Sorry, I read on because I don't know how to feel about it because I'm not. I don't believe I'm an ambassador for all types of music. I just can listen to it for what it is. Now, if you watch the Paco of the same track I did today, I had a pretty strong realization and I was as tactful as I could be. But boy, was there a difference. And I don't think there's anything wrong with noticing it. Uh, oh, wow. I'll put her in this comment. Sarasvati. My mystery is Yana. Oh God, I'm just no no Tom, Tim, and Bob today. Kim and Tina. Nope, nope, nope. Uh, basically, it's in one of the live versions. It looks like Marty Friedman played. I definitely know who that is. Very cool. I did not know that. Crusader. Yeah, I own, like I said, I was saying, I suppose when it comes across your feed, it's confusing. I just did it because they were talking about it over on X there. And I'm like, what the hell? Let's give them a little shout out. Right? I like them enough that we could do their songs over and over and over again if it got them more attention. Uh, as per my last comment, I can listen to Paco all day, but I'm not going to be the person who can get other people to listen to it. They're going to look around and say, you're just not serious. Well, I mean, I seriously enjoy listening to it, but, I wouldn't buy tickets to the concert. That's the difference between being a reactor and an actual fan. I'm an obvious fan of certain things, but you react to stuff that people ask you to react to. And sometimes I like it. If I hate it, I just stop doing it because, why would I keep going? Oh, yeah. Roy, I got to get back and work on some Roy. Oh, Julia, thank you for continuing to enjoy the content. And I think today I was a little bit thinking about you when I was doing the this breaking the silence, which it's not going to compete with Eric, but it's doing very well, which that's nice. I like that. Reaches a few more people, and honestly, I mean, if you like whatever it is we're doing around here, you'll probably come back for more. Uh, and man, I really gonna cut this short. I'm not gonna make it very long. We really wanted to answer Raegan, but we also don't want to stomp on, hey, by putting this up right away, it would stomp algorithmically on Dan and Eric. We don't want to do that. So, hello, Tuesday morning. I waited till then. But rolling into the comments over here, we had a few things to reflect upon, but mostly Raegan Holyfield with an interesting. It's either a joke, a shot, or arrogance, but either way, it turned out you are just an intelligent internet search away from the answer to something like that as well. So it really isn't that difficult to answer almost any question. And then you break it down to the parts you understand first. You keep the mystery of um, uh, OKX, USTD, seed phrase, the Binance, and you let that go. First, you take it for what it's worth. Thanks for sharing such valuable information. Well, because I'm a ranting idiot, pretty sure I understand you're taking a shot. So then I have a quick question because you're so smart. My whatever that is wallet, well, I can detect. I, pretty sure we're talking Bitcoin when you went wallet, right? But then by my search, and then uh, USDT, I don't fucking know what that stands for. I'd have to go back and look at that search. But then you add that information to your searches appropriately. And then I think a lot of you literally talk to your phone now. You could figure it out even easier than me. I'm just never going to talk to my phone like the robot's my fucking friend. I have more self respect than that. But to be honest, once again, Reagan, if you need the answer, it turns out it's easily searchable, and reaction channels probably aren't the best place to find Bitcoin knowledge. With that, I'm out of here.